Today is Sunday, September 8th, 2024. Welcome to the Survivor Fans Podcast. I'm Joanne.
And I'm Stacy.
And this is our JABBIC Part 1 for Survivor 47.
Season 40 several. You knew that was coming, right? If not me.
No,
if not me, someone else.
Had forgotten. But you, I can hit.
Okay.
Your arm's just right here.
Yes, enticing. That's what it is. So this is JABBIC, Judge a Book by Its Cover. It's our first impressions of the new cast. We try to do this every season to help us get familiar with the cast, so we're not guessing who every single castaway is in the first episode. So hopefully we'll, through us doing our part, giving an overview, and then we're going to hand it over to you shortly so that you can give your thoughts and predictions between those two before the premiere happens on the 18th. We'll get to know these castaways just a little bit better. We won't know them for sure, but just a little bit better. A little bit. Teensy bit.
Yeah, at least we'll know their names and just a little bit about them.
Maybe we'll know their names. Not all of us will know their names.
I could name them now.
Yeah,
I might forget
you've
one
demonstrated
or two,
that. You're really good. A gold star for Joanne.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
Well, it might be that you've been putting a little bit of effort in trying to figure out who's who.
I have been trying, but...
And whether or not they might be good at playing Survivor. That's what the JABBIC is all about. And so this is part 1. We're going to go through all 18 castaways. We're going to go tribe by tribe. We don't have the tribe names yet, so we'll do blue, red, and yellow. And we'll go through them that way according to the roster that Paul's already got up in place for us.
I forget the tribe names anyway.
We're looking at the roster right now as we go through all this. Anything else you want to say before we get started?
I don't believe so.
Okay, kicking it off with the blue tribe. First up, we got Carolyn.
She's 27. She's from California but living in Chicago now, and she's a strategy consultant.
That always gives me pause when I see someone that young say that they're into doing strategy and they're a consultant. It's like, I don't know that you got enough experience to know strategy and to be consulting.
Know. 27 isn't that young.
I suppose it could depend on when you started, but it seems unlikely that you might do that. I suspect she's using a playbook for that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway.
Well, she has been dreaming of playing Survivor since she was 5 years old.
Definitely like that. Longtime fan.
And she said she's ready to put her resilience to the test and play the game.
And she's definitely comfortable in the water. She's got played water polo.
Of experience in the water.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so she's going to be critical in the water challenges. She's one of the few new players to pick from the new era when asked who they identify with or who they think they'll play like, things like that. I'm not a big fan of that question because all the women normally say Parvati and the men say Boston Rob and
Tony.
Yeah, and Tony, just pick a winner, someone will say that. So, but I did like that she demonstrated an awareness of the new era and picked from the new era because the game's different. And I think at a minimum, if you're going to emulate something from one of these players, you want it to be from the new era and not the old era.
Well, she says she wants an alliance partner that thinks they can beat her in the final tribal and who she thinks she can beat them.
There you go. That's a pretty good formula, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
She grew up, as we said, playing a ton of water sports, including water polo, swimming, kiteboarding, surfing, and scuba diving. I've been preparing for this experience for a long time. I have the grit, determination, and expertise needed to win. I looked at the pictures of everybody and I thought, oh, she looks sweet and all, but she looks like, oh, she's not very athletic or da 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 da. And I started listening to just the little video that was out there, reading her bios and all that. And I went, dang, I had thought, oh, she'll probably be one I choose as an early.
You discounted her?
Completely discounted her, and then I was like, oh man, I like her. I like what she says about things. I was really surprised by her, and now I'm saying, oh yeah, she's going to make the merge Final Four. I might even choose her as my USB 24.
I think the thing that you enjoyed the most was that she knew how to fight dirty under the water in water polo, punching and kicking.
She was talking about, you don't see that when you're watching it, that these people are kicking each other and they're pulling their swimsuits and they're fighting under the water,
trying to
and you're not seeing that from above the water. And she's like, I know how to fight. And I was like, yes, you go, girl.
Right. I got her making the merge too.
I was really, really surprised by that. But I thought, wow, she's a pretty good package. And the thing that I liked about her was that she doesn't look threatening at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does. She looks very middle of the road. She's just about in that prime age too for the. Isn't she the one who talked about it? The Goldilocks zone. Somebody did. I really liked that description of how they saw themselves playing the game.
But I don't remember exactly who.
Yeah.
But yeah. So okay, Caroline, you're a go for me, girl.
Okay. Next up, we got Gabe. He's 26 from Baltimore, Maryland, radio show host. I got recruit vibes off of him.
He says he's opportunistic, he's resourceful and blunt. I'm very adept at selling people on me.
Good job on the blunt thing. That's going to go over really well in Survivor.
He loves his 2 cats. Okay, redeeming qualities there. He's here to build a legacy in the game he loves and win $1 million. He is not here to make friends. He made that very clear. He don't care if he leaves there with friends. Will not change his life one way or the other.
That in his comments about Mike Bloom's hot takes on Survivor video, and his hot take, which most of these people don't know what the definition of that is, but his hot take was that Russell Hantz, was a loyal player and doesn't get enough credit for being loyal. But just his answers and that his comments about how Russell played demonstrated to me, I'm blunt. I'm not going to make friends.
Well, I'm blunt, too.
He doesn't understand the social aspects of the game. And I got no merge for Gabe.
I put no merge. I'm like, I just am not sure how well he's going to get along with other people. I could be wrong, but that was the impression I got, and I'm going with it. So I just put no merge.
I'm a little hesitant. I'll talk more when we get done with the Blue Tribe. But, yeah, he was the first one I got the no merge vibe on there.
Okay. Up next, possible USB number 2.
Yeah.
Kyle, 31, from Michigan. He's a construction worker. He says he's fun, ambitious, and creative. Says he's had a hard life, and he's traveled around in a van for 6 years. He was in many different environments, cultures, and different social classes of people to the point that he thinks he can be comfortable and get along with almost anyone.
He wins the most wholesome award for me.
Yeah, he does.
I immediately was like, yes, I want Kyle to win.
He now has a fiance and a daughter. He's very motivated to win for his family. And he should be helpful in building the shelter. He's built his own house. He built the van he traveled around in.
He's got all that life experience. He seems like he's got all the tools he would need to succeed at Survivor.
And he just looks nice.
His bio and the little intro video, he seems too good to be true. He seems like if you asked one of the LLMs, if you asked Chat GPT or Claude to come up with a Survivor winner contestant's bio, that's what this one would be. I mean, he's clearly a real person, but at the end, I was so sold on him that I was questioning my judgment.
I liked his personality, his video. I want to cheer for him, and I really wouldn't mind seeing him win. I definitely see him making the merge, and like I said, he's went in my Final Four and also a possible USB 24.
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning between him and Carolyn right now.
Interesting.
I just think that she might be seen a little more under the radar than he is.
Yeah, but he's got a chill vibe, too. He could be in that Goldilocks zone also.
I would enjoy hanging with you, Kyle.
And he's probably going to build some real cool stuff around camp, like we've seen some of the castaways do before.
Yeah, that'd be fun to even watch. So
Yeah.
you betcha. But obviously we were sold on Kyle. So
Next up, we got Sue. She's 59 from New York. She's a flight school owner.
it's her lifelong dream to play Survivor. I'm a competitor, and I want to see how I hold up under the most exciting adventure in my life. I want to be pushed to my limits. She wants the title, and she wants to become a legend. She didn't want to just play the game.
Yeah, fan since season 1 like that, but the Real Housewives of Survivor look is off-putting to me.
Okay.
Says she's an introvert, but I am not seeing it.
Yeah.
My first impression is that she is very thirsty for attention.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing that in the same way she is, but hey.
Says she'll take the lead and be the winner, which normally doesn't work well when you fall into the older male or older female category.
Well, she also flips over into saying, I'm hoping to learn a new language from someone, maybe learn something about someone's culture or their spiritual beliefs.
That's possible.
I believe that, but that seems so different from, I want to win, I want to be a legend, those are like different
Go-getter,
goals
bad,
to me.
mamma jamma, all that she was talking about.
So, yeah.
She's kind of all over the place in the end.
Yeah, that was my point, was that, well, there's this side and there's that side, and we do all have them. But I don't know, it was confusing. I'll put it that for me.
It's hard. If you go brash and you're screaming for attention, it doesn't work well when you're in the older side of the castaways group. It just doesn't work to your favor at all.
She said, I can win because I'm not afraid of anything or anyone, and I will take the lead and follow my gut. I will take out the threats and work on manipulating the others to do what I suggest. They will see following me will help them get far, and all will respect how I play.
No merge, Sue. I got you down as no merge.
No merge for me,
with an
too.
asterisk, just like on Gabe.
Well, she looks in really good shape. She does. And so I'm not discounting that she can contribute both in challenges and around camp. There is no way she's going to have the same stamina as kids that are 30 years younger than her, which is most of her tribe, and some more than 30 years younger than her.
Yeah.
And that does make a difference. I don't care who you are.
Yes,
it makes a difference. You don't know that till you get there, but...
Well, and you get out there and you don't have food to replenish you and to heal
yes.
as quickly as possible, and you got all the stress and the cortisol and all that just tearing you up.
I could see if there's a division in their tribe and somebody needs numbers, they would keep her around, even past the merge, if she benefits them. But otherwise, I still put no merge. I got to put no merge for somebody, and Sue was a good candidate.
Next up, we got Taryn, a.k.a. TK.
TK. He's 31 from Maryland. He's an athlete marketing manager. He values authenticity and trust, and I don't want to be aligned with someone who is just being a character for TV.
I got serious recruit vibes off of TK.
I liked him, though. I thought he was sweet.
Yeah, and that, given his job where he's trying to, match up new players with marketing deals.
Yeah, he's the middleman.
Yeah. And so he's traveling around. He's meeting all these new players in
All
the
types
league.
of people. So yeah, I think that's really good. But he overcame a lot of things in his life. You know, as a teenager, he had kidney disease and he could no longer play football. And he vowed to somehow get into football in some way, and he met that goal. So good on him. And
Yeah, that overcoming the adversity like that when you're in the ICU and you're just, everything's moment to moment and you're managing crazy pain.
A lot of doctors told him he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
Which would be tough for anyone, much less a teenager.
So he's certainly got fortitude.
Yep, and he says, once I put my mind to something, I usually get it. So I wouldn't count him out for sure, and I definitely put him merge.
Yeah, I think his physicality will help keep them out of tribal council, and I got him down as merge too.
Yeah. All right. I guess I may be butchering her name, but I'm saying Tiana.
Tiana. Yeah.
Tiana.
One of
Tiana,
those. Yeah.
Tiana.
Yep, 27. She's from Hawaii. It's in Honolulu. I wasn't familiar with that area, the IEA. In Hawaii. She's currently a flight attendant, and I think those work skills could be relevant. That's another one of those, like
Sure.
bartender, that puts you in a
You bet.
situation where you can deal with people. You can deal with people in stressful situations. You can deal with meeting new people
Yeah.
and making connections. And
She loves challenging herself, and she's very excited to be the first native Hawaiian on the show.
she was a Division I athlete in college
Yeah.
playing volleyball.
Volleyball and sand volleyball, which to me would be
Even
so
harder.
much harder.
Yeah. So she's a real deal. She's going to be an asset to her tribe for sure. I got her merge. That's why I think they could lose Sue, because they got her and they got Carolyn, and
Right.
they would have a lot of strength there.
She said, I think I'd be a stealthy chameleon taking shape and mirroring whoever I'm talking to. People have an easy time opening up to me, and I plan on using that intel against others.
Yeah, that chameleon thing works like a charm too. So it's cool
yep,
she's figured
and
that
she's
out. Mm-hmm.
not afraid to use that. But I thought, she talked about how she didn't like people who were loud in public places, and I thought, oh, that is too funny, because when I first saw her video and she lets out that yell, I was thinking, man, she's loud.
Yeah, she did that tribal yell. Yeah.
And then for her to say that, I was like, okay.
She meant
'Cause that's
something
how
different, obviously.
Yeah, that's how I remembered her was, oh, right, she's the loud one. Which I thought was funny. I
So
humored myself.
that's the blue tribe, and the reason I said I put an asterisk by a couple of these no merges is I think the blue tribe is the strong tribe.
Yeah, I think they will be, too.
They could end up not going to tribal council. That is a distinct possibility with this group.
True.
And so those two no merges would come from somewhere else if that were the case.
Yep.
So
Tis
we'll
true.
see. You think with Gabe's approach to the game, he could get on people's nerves, and if Sue goes really brash, she could too, and that's why I think there's a possibility they could go. But there's also feels like there's an even better possibility they won't be at tribal council very much before the merge. Anything else you want to say about blue?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, up next, the red tribe.
All right, first we've got Asia. She's 32 from Houston. She's an IT consultant. She describes herself as overachiever, unique, and joyful. She's watched since she was 12. Not only is this my dream, but my family's too. I plan to use my ability to form relationships to make sure people genuinely like me without thinking it's strategy. To prepare, she lost 10 pounds of fat and gained 5 pounds of muscle in preparation survivor by strength training. She wants an ally who is too loyal to even consider betrayal. Don't we all?
Okay.
She says she is really super competitive. I think she's got a solid strategy, and she says she has the ability to articulate that strategy at Final Tribal for the jury. So
Yeah, possible. Certainly possible, yeah.
I
And she's very likely the strongest female in that tribe. So she'll be an asset in the physical components of the challenges,
yeah,
for sure.
and she seems
If not the puzzles, yeah.
very smart and strategic as well.
She's kind of the whole
she
package,
prepared
right?
well. I like that.
Yeah.
Though I also put her in my final four in making the merge. Now, a lot of people I've seen know her from Rob Has a Podcast.
Ah, okay.
And she is, I guess, co-hosts with him or something sometimes. Or I don't really know. I haven't had the pleasure. So, but anyway, I like her and I'm cheering for her.
Yes. Yep, me too. Got her merged for sure.
Go Asia.
Next up, we got Genevieve. She's 33 from Winnipeg, Manitoba. She's a corporate lawyer.
Okay, even though she was a lawyer, I knew that right off. I had seen something in a commercial and I thought, ooh, I think I like her. She looks very
Watch
intelligent.
out. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, watch
Got another
out.
conniving Canadian here.
Yeah, She said, ideally, my alliance partner would deliver me intel that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get. I wear my heart on my sleeve and my thoughts on my face, plus I talk a lot. I thought, okay, wait, whoa, what a minute. That wasn't the image I had. And when I watched her video, I thought, oh, she is bubbly and...
Yeah. I had her down as a possible winner pick until I realized she was unwilling to do even basic prep before going out on the show to learn how to make a fire. And then I soured on her.
And she said, and if you know me, if you've met me, you know me pretty well because I just tell you everything right up front.
No merge for Genevieve.
Really? No, I have her making the merge. I started not to.
I think the Red Tribe is a hot mess, and there's going to be more. This is where you're going to get your extra no merges from, is this tribe.
Huh.
Yeah, when you're unwilling just to learn the basics of how to make fire, you've got all the time. You got the time before you go out there, and you're not willing to put that amount of effort in, and you complain about it as an element of the show at Final Four. You know it's been this hallmark moment for years and years, and you're not willing to do that little bit, then I don't have much faith in you.
Well, what I liked was that she kept trying to get on Survivor after she'd been rejected over and over. She said, it's the longest I've failed at something repeatedly. And I liked how she...
Yeah, she's not used to that. Well, she's a pretty girl. I'm sure she's used to getting her way.
She is a pretty girl. But she seems very open and friendly, though you can tell she's intelligent, and she likes to solve problems. But it bothered me when she said, oh, I'll be so grateful if I'm still here on day 4. I'm like, what? That doesn't show much confidence. I just first thought she was someone that would go deep in the game, and then I was like, oh, no merge for her. And then I thought, oh, but, I think the girls might band together, and if they do, then she could make the merge. And now I'm really not sure, but I put merge anyway.
Okay. Next up, we got Keyshawn, how did he say it?
I don't know.
I can't. Keyshawn.
I've been
He's
saying
28
Keyshawn.
from San Francisco. Is an ER doctor.
He describes himself as nurturing, composed, and adorable.
Please.
Everybody says he's adorable.
Even him. Please don't be Banu 2.0. That was my first thought.
I don't think he is.
It says he'll play most like Spencer, which does not bode well to me, given
Spencer
Spencer's later
didn't
turn in life.
win.
But clearly, he's a person that knows hard work.
Yes.
Flip side, says he applied on a whim. He's a recruit.
Well, even so, if you applied on a whim and you really...
How committed are you?
Yeah, exactly.
When you got so much else going on in your life.
Well, when you get out there and there's no food, no water, and you realize, man, this is getting real... Do you still want to carry on with that whim, or?
Yeah.
I'm just not sure.
He appears to have the tools to do well, but doctors are historically a bit of a mess on Survivor, and I got him as a no merge.
Well, yeah, they do have a lot of tools, and they do have to stay calm and collected and composed and in control and deal with, from one thing to the other to the next. And you don't know what you're going to be hit with in the next moment. And it's very chaotic in the ER. And yes, that correlates to the social dynamics in Survivor. survivor, but they're not used to people not doing what they say do.
Exactly.
And in a heartbeat, don't question me, do what I say and do it now. And they're not used to going without food or, they're not used to that.
Not used to being the center of attention when they enter the room. Yeah, I got no merge. What did you have?
I put no merge.
Okay. Next up, we got Rome. He's 30. He's from Oregon originally, but now he's in Phoenix, Arizona, where it's been super hot this summer with, over 100 days above 100 degrees?
It's been pretty hot here, too.
Yeah, he's an esports commentator. Very cool.
You know what stood out for me? He hasn't eaten a vegetable except corn in 2 decades.
I think corn's technically a fruit, so he may be off on that.
And he just started watching a year ago, and he binged the series in 3 months. I don't even know how that's possible.
Says he aspires to replace Jeff as host, and that will likely inspire fans to dislike him, and he's not aware of that. He also flubbed it when one of the producers asked him to simulate calling a challenge. So
yeah, he's very confident, probably too much so, and he plans to win several individual immunities and
challenge beast like Ozzy, he says.
Ozzy, who didn't win, also. Dude, I love Ozzy, don't get me wrong, but
he's got some life experience,
and he was very specific, Ozzy and Cook Islands.
Yeah, and his job, the skills he needs for his job, says he can think on his feet, which may bode well for some gameplay. So I got him making a merge. I think he'll be at least an asset in the physical challenges. I'm not sure how he'll do overall in the social game, and if he actually understands and comprehends the game.
Well, I went ahead and put merge, but I don't know. I might be rethinking that. I could also see him go out pre-merge too. So,
there's
but I
so
went
many.
ahead and put merge.
There's plenty of targets on this red tribe, and there's something about the early commercials made me think, oh, they're not gelling. They're not getting along, and things aren't going their way.
Oh, I hadn't picked up on that.
And that could be just completely bogus. It was just a feeling that I had after watching. It's like, oh, I don't think they're much of a tribe. We have Solomon Saul. He's 43 from Oklahoma, now Connecticut?
Yep.
Medical device sales. Hey, Gabler. Gabler 2.0 much? Yeah. He even knew it. He even referenced Gabler. So
yes, he did.
He's the oldest in his tribe by 10 plus years.
He describes himself as witty, friendly, and lucky. I didn't see any of that.
It didn't come across.
It did not come across his bio, the interview, and nothing. He said he has everything he's ever wanted in life now that he gets to play his favorite game.
He's a big poker player, and poker players usually do not do well in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
They're another group
historically that
fumble really hard in Survivor.
What he wants in an alliance partner: to keep your mouth shut, sticking to the plan while also being adaptable if need be. Their ability to act. They asked him why would he be sole survivor. He said, I have more than willpower. I have soul power. And I just thought, his answers were so weird to me.
And it sounded like he was super proud of his trophy wife, right? One of them.
Yeah, they said his biggest accomplishment. He's like, have you seen my wife?
Yeah.
It's like, they said...
I went ahead and put merge because I was only doing 3 no merges.
No. I put no merge.
For red, but he could easily be a 4th no merge for red tribe.
I could see him be merged because he could be strong, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I thought, it's like he was deliberately trying not to let you see himself. It's like, hello, you're being interviewed. You're supposed to be giving information, not giving these just cryptic answers.
Deep thoughts, Jack Handy style. Yeah.
I was open to liking you.
Okay, so I said merge, you said no merge. All right.
Yep.
Next up, we got Teeny. She's 24 from Manahawkin, New Jersey, a freelance writer. I expect very little from Teeny.
How do you get to be a writer at 24? That seems young.
Well, it doesn't say successful. It doesn't say prolific. It doesn't... freelance
writer.
Just a freelance writer. You're taking jobs knocking down marketing copy and
Whatever.
yeah, she might be picking up work on Fiverr. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, you could be a freelance writer without it.
I like
being
that
a big
she
deal.
was a fan and that she first saw the show in the 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do like the fan part, yeah.
yeah,
She's going to be desperate. She gave off that vibe. She's going to be desperate to make her mark in the game.
Yeah.
And I just immediately thought, and will fail rapidly. I could see her being
too much pressure.
this season's Brandon. Yeah, she'll put that kind of pressure on herself and then not be able to deliver. She's going to just like flunk out in some physical element of the challenge like Brandon in season 45 and not be able to climb up the rope ladder to get in the boat or something equivalent to that in one of the physical challenges. So
For an alliance, she said, I tend to gravitate toward women, and I'm looking for someone intelligent, someone who can do the math that I can't, and somebody who enjoys gossiping.
I don't know
She
about the
likes
last part, but
gossiping,
the intelligent, she certainly got that in Asia and Genevieve.
Yeah. She said she likes it when people are super eccentric and have a cynical side. I honestly want to work with everyone. Well,
We'll see. That's a good goal.
Well-
Keep those doors open. I like that.
she thinks she can win because people like her and she likes them. My strategic and physical attributes will be underestimated, but sharp. My social game is going to be killer, but she admits that complicated strategy is not her specialty. That's when she needs the intelligent partner.
Well, it's good she recognizes that.
I like her being a fan, but I'm really afraid she can't live up to her own expectations.
Yeah. She's just got a big disappointment sign hovering over her for me.
I did put her making the merge, whereas I was going to put her as no merge.
No merge for me.
Because I thought, oh, but I bet she's the type of person that Aisha would want to
Mentor?
mentor.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, I bet she won't take her under her wing and mentor her. And I just kind of thought I picked up that kind of vibe from
Except they're both
Aisha.
fans of Survivor, so I'm not sure how much mentoring Teeny would be open to there.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, okay, so you say merge, I say no merge.
I put merge, but I'm open to no merge for her too.
Okay, so I got Blue Tribe dominant, may not go to Tribal. Red Tribe, hot mess, at least 3, possibly 4 no merges coming out of Red Tribe.
Wow, you're having them pretty much decimated.
Next up, Yellow Tribe. First, we got Andy's 31 from Brooklyn, New York, AI research assistant.
Describes himself as frenetic. Why would you do that? Warm and creative. He said, I think Omar demonstrated the optimal, most respectable blueprint for a good new era game.
Yeah, like that insight.
Prioritizing
Yep.
social capital, information, and options in a way that sustains a manageable threat level. I liked that.
Yeah, it was some good analysis. Yeah, he put some thinking into that summary.
I come across as very carefree, but underneath is an extremely intense, constant, and often excessive amount of hyperactive thinking.
Says he was an overthinker.
Yes. I will focus a lot of energy towards taking deep breaths and trusting my instincts. And 2 great powers are my ability to charm and disarm people and my ability to crunch numbers in a pinch. And he recognized Asia from Rob he's a patron.
Mm-hmm. He's got a surfer dude vibe, but he's not a surfer dude. So that's gonna disappoint on some level, whether it's recognized or not.
I really liked that he did the 3D puzzles and he learned to make fire. And he watched a lot of challenges and he started doing that strengthen his grip muscles things.
Yeah.
And so
Same as Charlie, huh?
He was going gung-ho at it.
Before he heard Charlie say that, maybe? Or?
Yeah, he said, yeah. And I'm not sure about him and how well his game strategy will go, but I put merge, and I hope this super fan does well.
Yeah, I got him merging also. I think he might trip himself up at some point, but I think he'll make the merge.
Yeah, I could see him do that, but
I love
I'm
that
cheering
as
for him.
AI research assistant, his pet peeve was cherry pick stats, which is they're constantly doing stats as part of their analysis.
Maybe that's why
Okay.
it's a pet peeve.
Yeah. Annika, she's 26 from Los Angeles, marketing manager.
I kind of liked her too. She started watching season 28, and she decided she wanted to challenge herself mentally and physically, and thinks she has what it takes to win.
Possible puzzler. That could be her value in her tribe.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a lot of substance out of her.
Really?
Yeah.
She thinks people will trust her and that
I wouldn't trust her,
she could
especially not
deflect.
being in marketing.
Oh, well, they may not find that out.
Yeah.
You're privy, but they aren't.
I bet she'll be more than happy to tell. It'll be part of her spiel right when they hit the beach and can talk to each other.
She said she's able to manipulate and deceive with a smile on her face, and she believes in her intuition.
I don't know, Annika. You got a really bad smile in the in the bio picture.
Wow, you didn't like her, do you?
I just didn't see much there. And that smile was like, am I smiling? I can't tell.
Well, it's better than Saul or John.
Yeah, that's true.
Or Jeff. Did you see Jeff? Jeff didn't smile at all in his photo on the
No, I didn't.
website.
Didn't even look that far.
They told everybody to smile but Jeff.
I just wasn't getting any depth out of anything she said. So I got her as no merge.
Well, I
yellow.
actually look forward to seeing how she interacts with others and how well she can do in the challenges. She might be able to go deep in the game because, but she did say her facial expressions can sometimes trip her up. But she liked Rachel in the airport. She noticed they made contact in the airport, she said.
Oh, okay.
And the other thing was she said she was keeping an eye on Sam because he was journaling. She was journaling everything and making notes, and she said Sam was too. So now she sees him as a threat.
Okay. So
And
you got
then
her
he ends
merging?
up her on her tribe.
Yep.
And she had said that she liked Tiana's vibes as well. Mm-hmm. So anyway, she did read a lot of books. That's one thing I like. She read a lot of books that Dee had recommended for people, and that she put a lot of prep into the game. So I hope she plays a great game, and I put her making the merge.
Okay.
We'll see if I like her.
Next up, we got John, 42, from New York, but now in Los Angeles. He's also a podcast host.
I don't know anything about his career personally, but he must be intelligent to be a speechwriter and a TV writer.
Yeah,
so.
at the White House level,
Yeah,
right? The political
exactly.
skills that he has seems like they'd be a good fit for crafting narratives, but I get major try-hard vibes from him with a burning need to be perceived as clever, and I'm smarter than you smirk in that picture.
Well, but that can be insecurity, babe.
Could be.
I feel like he could be funny and entertaining, or he could be paranoid and annoying, or a little of both.
Says he has trouble fitting in. I believe him.
Yeah, I believe he really wants the experience of playing the game and not just there for publicity or who.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that last part, but yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt he's looking forward to it before it gets started.
Well, he could be at a disadvantage in his tribe also. Even though he doesn't look a lot older than them, but he is the oldest one on his tribe by at least 10 years.
Yep.
And if he could entertain them, he could make the merge. But I went ahead and said no merge because
no merge for John. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. So
might be a great narrator while he's there.
okay, up next, Rachel. She's 34 from Michigan and a graphic designer.
You know what struck me more than anything else in her bio?
What?
I was not familiar with the use of the word house as a verb, as in to eat. But I greatly respect her claim of being able to consume a Costco watermelon in one sitting. This appealed to me. She won me over when she said she could house a Costco watermelon.
You might be the only other person that might could do that. Even you don't usually do that, but
No, not a whole one. That's intense.
yes.
Maybe she's talking
Maybe
about
in
the
a
little
day
baby
you
ones.
could eat one.
Yeah, in a day for sure.
No, I didn't get the opinion that she was talking about a small one.
No, she's talking about a big one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, she said in an alliance partner, she wants someone that will not be intimidated by her rapid fire way of thinking and can help balance out her overactive brain. I can win because I make fast friends and tend to gain people's trust quickly, and I'm sort of a Goldilocks. She's the one that said it.
Okay.
Not too weak, but not too physical. Smart, but not the smartest in the room.
Great line.
I'm socially well off, but never the leader or figurehead. I'll ride in the middle to victory, she said.
She's the right age. She's
kinda
got
like that
life
strategy.
experience. She's a possible winner.
Really?
Got her
I
as
didn't
a
know about
merge.
a winner, but I thought she could.
That
she could
Goldilocks zone
slide
that she's
on in
talking
there.
about, that's the winner's zone.
And again, like I said, Annika noticed her at the airport and they had good vibes about her.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're on the same tribe, so.
Could be. I don't think she'll hesitate to vote you out, Annika.
Though she says she likes to know everything that's going on, and she's going to try not to come across as controlling, which means that sometimes she's a little
She will come
controlling.
across as controlling, yeah.
And, there are strong women on her tribe, so, they could make a good alliance. I put merge.
Yep, me too.
She took a long time to get on the show, being sent home after she was already in Fiji last season. She was an alternate last season.
Gotcha, okay.
And then she didn't make it. And I was like, ouch.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, you get my support, if for no other reason than that.
She had to wait, 6 weeks, and then she was back out there playing.
Okay, next up, we have Sam, 24. He was from Illinois, but now lives in Nashville. He's a sports reporter.
Seemed like an actual fan of the show.
Yeah, I don't know why, but looking at his picture, I had discounted him. Mm-hmm. And I thought he was a lot older. I thought, he's 24.
Yeah, he does look.
He don't look 24.
It does look like he's lived a bit of a hard
like
life.
34 maybe, but
Yeah.
I was like, well, he didn't, and he doesn't so much up close in
That
the video.
picture doesn't
but
do him justice,
That's not a
actually.
good picture of him.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
No.
look like him, does
He
it?
looks better on the video,
Yeah.
for sure. And he describes himself as passionate, stubborn, and ambitious. He's the playing survivors a childhood dream. He said he loved both mental and physical competitions, and he said, I need to prove that I have what it takes. My job forces me to excel at ego stroking, asking the right questions, building relationships, and capitalizing on information. He wants predictability in his allies, and he doesn't want to deal with erratic people.
My impression of him was that he would be the kind of guy that would really pump up his tribe mates, energize them.
Yeah.
And make them feel good about their performance and challenges and how they're doing in the game, and that could really pay off dividends for him.
Well, and he said he wasn't afraid to show his vulnerability out there either. He could shed a tear. Mm-hmm. He was okay with that, and he wants to make good relationships, and he doesn't want to control things early on. He just wants to, be your
Make it further in the game.
further in the game.
Yep.
And I don't know, I kind of liked his strategy. He wanted to maybe step up later on, but he really wants to kind of play under the radar. We'll see if he can manage that.
Right, yeah. But definitely merge. At
Oh,
this
yeah. I have him in my Final Four, which is, my Final Four, one out of the yellow tribe, one out of the red tribe, and two out of the blue tribe. I thought, Joanne, that doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense, but I said, I don't care. I kind of really
That's
liked
how
him
it played out.
after,
Sure.
and that's just who I wanted my Final
Okay.
Four.
Next up, last on the yellow tribe.
And could be a possible winner, even.
Okay, you ready to move on to Sierra?
I am
27 from Delaware.
now in Pennsylvania.
Surgical nurse for a plastic surgeon. So, sounded like she was a fan.
She describes herself as ambitious, intuitive, and I'm a hoot.
And she's a pageant girl. Hadn't had a pageant girl in a while. Also, she said service industry. So, I don't know if that was bartender or waiter or
One of those.
Yeah.
That certainly helps you deal
Those are
with
good
people.
social skills.
You betcha.
Yeah.
She was even on American Idol, got pretty deep. She didn't get on the the finals, the final stage. But
She might be the physically strongest woman on her tribe.
yeah, I don't know.
I got her making the merge.
Well, she loves the challenge, she said, and she needs the money to pay off her student loans. So for going back and becoming a nurse.
Yeah, good deal. Anything else?
She said for an alliance, she wanted them to show her that they were trustworthy and genuine. And if she could find somebody like that, she thought they could really dominate out there together. But she also wants to laugh and have a good time. The only thing that concerned me about her is that she said usually there's no such thing as 100% in her book. She's always 150 or nothing.
I think she also said she wasn't good with math somewhere, so there you go.
Sure. Okay, I could see her doing very well if she doesn't annoy other people with her 150%. But I went ahead and said merge.
Okay.
But I could see her if she annoys people or they feel threatened that she could go early too, but I put merge.
What do you think about the tribes? I've shared my thoughts on blue and red, and I think yellow is going to be that middle one that's either first or second in winning tribal immunities early on in the game.
Every tribe has some really strong people on it.
Mm-hmm. So you're liking the cast in general? There's definitely some standouts.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'm not, at first I thought, wow, there's a lot of, people who seem to be Maxers type, with all the.
Yeah, they're pushing.
But I thought.
They've been pushing John hard since the intro of the season.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's just
might
to
be a
get
good narrator.
Interest, but, I don't hold his popularity or his, job and life against him or the sports writers or any of that. I think the cast is fine. Some of them may be after publicity, but I didn't get a huge vibe with that other than I really thought Kashan was a recruit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely several recruits in here.
But I kind of liked him. He looked like he could be fun.
And he's adorable, according to him.
Well, of course, he's adorable. But
okay, anything else about the tribes?
There's nobody on the cast that I really went, oh, geez, I don't want to watch that person. I don't,
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I kind of like it okay.
Okay, how about your final four?
Okay, I only, final four. Yes, I have final four. I put Asia, Sam, Kyle, and Carolyn, with Kyle and Carolyn still as my possible USBs.
Mm-hmm. You haven't narrowed down your USB yet?
Yet? I just looked at them. Dopey.
Well, our goal is normally to review the tribes, come up with a final four and a winner.
Don't say our.
Along with first out.
You say your goal.
Or, okay, my
goal was to get through it.
For our podcast episode.
So
you know the drill. Okay.
Yes, and a lot of times people will change my mind next week.
Absolutely. But we're just dealing with the now.
This is what I feel now today.
Okay, so we have some overlap for sure. My final four, I had Carolyn, Kyle, Tiana, and Asia.
Tiana.
Yeah, I think that Blue Tribe is going to have some strong bonds.
We had the exact same final four, except for I had Sam and you had Tiana.
Yep, and I got Kyle being the winner. I was just overwhelmed with that thought once I reviewed his bio.
I would be good with that, even if I choose Carolyn.
First out. Who do you have as first out?
Well,
which tribe's going to lose?
I couldn't decide which tribe would lose. So I said if it was blue, I was going with Sue, red Solomon, and yellow John.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure red's going to lose. So I only picked one, and I picked
Why
Teeny.
Why do you think red's going to lose?
I told you they're a hot mess. They're going to constantly be at tribal. That's my impression of them.
I feel like maybe Saul will be different really out there on the island, but I had to go with the impression he gave me on his bio and the interview.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's
content
different
free
on the island, but I put him first because I just didn't get enough from him to... Mm-hmm. I don't get you.
Yeah, I felt similarly about Teeny. I just didn't think there was a lot there in the context of being able to play the game.
I'm okay with that too, actually. That was one of my first instincts.
And I really thought, oh, that's the female version of Brandon for this season, from season 45.
Yeah.
So I had the strong, hopefully that's not the case, and she gets to live her dream and do really well and all that. But that was my first impression if I'm judging books by their cover.
I never get the first off right anyway.
Well, you pick one from every tribe. You definitely increase your chances.
I'll narrow that down next week. But, I thought, I don't know, and my brain is very tired, and this is the best I can do right now.
Okay.
So,
anything else you want to say? I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It starts on the 18th. It'll be a 2-hour premiere. Probe says they're going to change the sweat and or savvy challenge. They're going to make some tweak to that, which is good because it hasn't worked a couple of seasons in a row now. So that part's good. So we'll see.
I love looking at the roster. Thank you, Paul.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
We appreciate it very much.
And Steve's got JSFL ready, right? The
yes,
site's up,
thank you, Steve.
We'd love for you to come play in our fantasy league. The only catch is you got to be registered and get your picks in before the first episode airs.
Well, you don't have to get your picks in. It would be ideal because you won't have a USB for extra points, but you could still play if you're registered.
Yeah, just go with what I said. And
get your picks in.
So if you played last season,
if you were not if you played last season, but if you were still playing on the last episode of the season,
right,
then your information will still be in there.
Right, you should be enrolled and ready to go. Yep. And if not, you can go there and sign up and
register.
Yeah, register and get your picks in.
Or if you forgot all your information and you can't get in, we don't have it. Just re-register.
Is that it? Is that the best path? You can also have your password reset.
You can.
If you remember the email you were using.
It doesn't matter. It'll drop in a few weeks anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, if you don't make your picks 3 weeks in a row, anytime during the season, 3 consecutive weeks, it will drop you out of the game and you won't be able to re-enter.
How about it, babe? It's September 2024. We started with our first podcast episode back in February of 2005 for season 10. Still going strong, still excited about Survivor. Looking forward to how season 47 plays out.
If you don't stop doing that, I'm seriously going to do something to you. I don't know what yet.
So this is JABBIC Part 1. And now we're going to hand it over to you for JABBIC Part 2. If you'd like to join us in the JABBIC Part 2, you can call the voicemail line 206-350-1547, toll free 844-643-8737. You can also record your own audio. That's generally how you get the best quality. And attach it to an email and send it to us. Or you can just type up an email and either Joanne or I will read it into the JABBIC Part 2 show on your behalf. That email address is joanneandstacyshow@gmail.com. Feedback is due noon Pacific time, Saturday, September 14th. And we ask that you keep it in that 3-minute range, whatever the format. Do you have something you wanted to say?
Nope.
Okay. So we're looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Which tribe you think is going to succeed? Who's your Final Four? Who do you think is going to win it all?
And we tried to cover the bios, so you don't have to cover that.
The big strokes, you don't have to go in depth. We're looking for that 3-minute summary and get your sense of what do you think about this cast. Judge these books by their covers and let us know what you got based on your life's experience. Yeah, see it through your lens. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
All right, and welcome back, everybody.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Have a good one.